Hello everyone, for today's magic card trick tutorial, I'm going to show you another, it can be an easy self-working card trick that just uses a little bit of math. I'm calling this Mathematica. It's probably been called some different names throughout the years because it is a very old trick since it does use math. But I'm going to show you a little bit more difficult way of doing this trick, and then in the tutorial section of this video I'll explain the really easy way to do it, and then obviously the way that I did it. So you have a regular deck of cards, well mixed, well shuffled. Have a spectator select any card that they like, and it is a true and free selection, so they can pick, let's say they pick this card right here. I'll take their card and I'll lose it somewhere in the middle of the deck. I have no idea where it is. Give the deck a few cuts and even a couple of shuffles if I wanted to, completely mixing up the order of the cards. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal a series of 4 piles, starting at the number 10 and counting down. And if I reach a number that matches the number that I'm counting on, I'll stop. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to count down from 10. I'll say 10, and if this was a 10, a jack, a queen, or a king, I would stop and then move on to the next pile, okay? And this was a 9, I would stop. This was an 8, I would stop. If this was a 7, see, we'd stop at a 7, okay? So if this was a 6, I would stop at a 6. This was a 5, I would stop at a 5. If this was a 4, I would stop at a 4. If this was a 3, I would stop at a 3, okay? Aces are 1 as well, so jack, queen, king are 10, aces are 1, and then 10s are 10s, okay? So now I'm going to start and I'm going to deal out 4 piles and I'm going to count down from 10. So let's start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got an ace on the last one, so we'll stop here and move on to the next pile. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We had no match, so I'm just going to cap this pile just so we don't use it at the end when we're adding up the numbers, okay? And that's where the math comes in on this trick, okay? So the third pile, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No match, so I'll cap that pile with a card because we didn't have a match. And then 10. Okay, so queen is 10, so we'll stop there. So that's 4 piles. We counted down everywhere we had a match. We stopped, and those are the 2 cards out of, this time. But sometimes you will get all 4 cards that you'll have matches with. So we're going to add these 2 together. So we add the queen and the ace, so that'll give us to 11. So if I count down 11 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I should have found your card. And that's Mathematica. Now, before I show you how to do it, please like and subscribe to this channel and this video. As always, I appreciate it. I'd also like to give a shout out to all my channel members. I really appreciate you guys. If you're looking to become a channel member and support this channel, you can do that all through YouTube and the links provided. And now a message from not David Copperfield.
I am not David Copperfield, but I do want you to visit thebestmagicshop.com for awesome new magic tricks, accessories, and more, all at a good price. That's thebestmagicshop.com.
All right, Mathematica, the tutorial. So the way I did it is not self-working just because you're going to have to control the card a little bit, but there is a self-working method to do this trick where you don't have to use any card control whatsoever. So you do have just a regular deck of cards, and you're going to need 52 of them for this. So regular deck of cards, well mixed, well shuffled. Now in the self-working part of this trick, you can just use 9 cards. So let's do 3, 6, 9, any 9 you want. You can have a spectator mix them up. They can pick any one of these 9 cards, remember it, look at it, you place it on top of these 9 cards, and then place the deck on top just like that, and that'll get you to the setup that you need. And then everything is self-working from here on out, where you count down the 4 piles into 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? But if you want to use card control, you will have a spectator, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Let's say they just picked that card. We'll just use the same one, the same card for this part of the demonstration. This is different than the self-working part. So you have them pick a card. You want to get their card to the bottom of the deck. And so what I did was I said, just take their card. I put it in the upper half of the deck, okay? And when I go to push in, the last push that I do, I just lift up on that card a little bit to get a break with my pinky, okay? So their card is on the bottom of this top half. And so then when I say I'm just going to lose it in the middle of the deck, give the deck a few cuts, then I cut right here at that break, put these cards on the table, then cut about half the cards from this bottom stack, put them on top, and then cut half the cards from the rest of the cards, put them on top, and that gets their card to the bottom. Now you can shuffle as many times as you want at this point. As long as you shuffle the bottom card first, it'll remain at the bottom. So you can just give it a couple shuffles, just shuffling that bottom card first to maintain their card on the bottom. Now, this is a part that's different than the self-working part too. Now I'm going to explain, because I need to get their card to be 9th from the bottom or 44th from the top. I'm going to explain that I'm going to count out four piles starting at the number 10, and when I do that, I'm just going to count down as my example of what I'm going to do. I'm going to count down 8 cards. So I'm going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm going to stop at 3, and then I'll just square those cards up and put them on the bottom, so then that'll get their card to be 8th from the bottom. So bear with me. So I'm going to explain. I'm going to count down from 10. So I'm going to start at the number 10. 10. If this was a 10, a jack, a queen, or a king, we would stop. It's not, so then I'll keep going. So 9, if that was a 9, if that was an 8, if that was a 7, if that was a 6, if that was a 5, if that was a 4, if that was a 3, and this just happens that we stopped on 3, so then we would stop there, and then I would move on to the next pile, okay, and 2, 1, etc. if we didn't have a 3. So this is my 8 cards now, and we always stop on 3, and I'm just going to put them on the bottom of the deck. So that gets us to the setup, the position that we want. Now everything is self-working from here. You say you're going to count down from 10. You say 10, 9, 8, okay, 8. So you stop, move on to the next pile. 10, 9, 9. Now you stop and you move on to the next pile. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You stop here, move on to the next pile. 10, and you got a 10, so you stop. So in this case, we just happen to have all 4 stacks stop on the number that corresponds to. It doesn't matter how many you get, because the sum of these is always going to get you to that 44th card, okay? And then if you stopped and capped it with a card here, capped it with a card here, capped it with a card here, and didn't get a match on the last stack, the card that you would cap the last stack with would be their selected card. So it's always going to be 44th down. So now if you add these together, so you got 10 plus 2 is 12, plus 9 is 21, plus 8 is 29. So you count down 29 cards. The 29th card from this stack now will be their card. So you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Look at that, that's their card. And that's always gonna be the 44th card from the top. And see, now you still have 2, 4, 6, the 8 cards that you placed underneath that card. It works every time. This is self-working. It just, because you're counting out, 10 cards in each stack, and if you don't get one, then you lose a card. So it always gets you to that 44th card, okay? Try it out. As long as you get their card 9th from the bottom, okay, 3, 6, 9 cards from the bottom of the deck, you'll always end up with their card, no matter what the outcome of these cards are, okay? And that's the self-working part of it. It's just simple math. And try it out. I hope you enjoy it. It's a nice and easy trick. It's a regular deck, no setup, and it's really fun to do, really easy to do, okay? There's 2 ways of doing it, the self-working way, and then the way with a little bit of card control, and then the explanation of what you're gonna do, okay? Try it out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do answer the comments, and I hope you enjoy it, and it's pretty amazing when it works, okay? Have fun with it. Until next time.